Welcome to the Crypt. Today we're going to be checking out Goblin, a turn-based RPG roguelike told from a goblin's perspective. We're going to jump into the tutorial here and dive in and see what it's all about. This is a fully narrated story with music by the composer who also worked on Grim Fandango and the likes of Hearthstone, so there is going to be a bit of music and a bit of story along with this. So it is essentially going to be like a hand-drawn, procedurally generated game as well. So it's going to work out like a storybook.
Setting for the earnest adventurer. Dark and musty halls, teeming with foul creatures, forgotten treasures, and copious amounts of experience points. Entombed in this particular cavernous hallway is an artifact of profound significance. A gemstone like no other. In pursuit of this artifact, 3 stoic adventurers delve into the darkness, eager to plumb its depths, unwitting to what lies in wait.
Okay, we've got our combat tutorial here. In this dungeon you will learn the basics of turn-based combat. Navigate to the next few rooms using the mouse cursor or A and D on the keyboard. Okay, sounds good. So it is interesting to see that we've got a party here comprised of a mage, a dwarf, and like a hobbit, halfling, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, the actual game, you do not play as humanoid creatures like this, or you know, you don't play as these classes.
Goblin, widely regarded as a hideous and feeble minion.
See, the goblins are what the game's all about, really. We will see more of that, but we'll go through the tutorial and see how everything plays out first.
Eager to avulse the creature of its experience points, they assaulted.
Okay, combat is turn-based, like I said at the start. Everyone falls in line to attack, so kill all enemies to win the battle. Everyone will move to the center along this time bar, so we have 2 bars on each side, indicated with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I believe this is sort of like the timeline for when the person's next turn is. We can see also the goblin will go first here. We've got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, so it's a good indication of whose turn it's going to be. So when the character reaches the middle here, it is their turn. Alright, we got smacked for a 3, and yes, this one is called a halfling. So it's nice that they can display the health down here for us. Okay, it's our turn, and it looks like we have almost like cards that we're going to be playing, abilities here. That ability will move you back 2. This will move you back 3. Okay, so it looks like, if I'm reading this right, the numbers in the top left hand corner, 2 and 3, must be how far back in the turn order you get pushed when you play these cards. So this here, let's see, it targets the front foe, deals 100% damage to the front foe. Okay, so we can click and drag to who we want to attack. We move back, and then it's time for our wizard here, the old mage. So we can see in the bottom right hand corner here, the old mage, it looks like it's a level 1 menfolk man and a large character. 24 health here. We have a power attack here, so attacks deal this amount of damage determined by equipped weapons. We also have armor and things like that. Speed rate, so rate of movement of the time bar in the battle. Okay, what can we do here? So we can inflict a knockback on all foes for the cost of 3. That doesn't seem to do any damage necessarily from what I can see. And we also have Hack. So, deal 100% damage to the front foe. Well, I mean, normally I would try and see what the roar is like, but I think we want to go Hack. And that should get us a kill here. So it was actually the dwarf's turn. For some reason I thought it was the mage's. It looked like it was. Okay, so we can carry on, I guess. Oh, okay, we can actually open a loot bag. And it looks like it's just junk, so it sells for 5. We'll take all.
Meager spoils. Perhaps the next yield will be a bit more substantial.
We're delving down deep into the cave system, into the dungeon.
Goblins. It appears that ill fortune has beset these hapless few. Their companion lies crushed beneath the rubble.
Alright, let's check this out.
They attack the goblins in distress.
Ooh, we got smacked for 3. I have to say, I quite like the art style as well. Like I said, this is hand-drawn. It definitely has that storybook feel to it, which is really nice to see. Okay, what do we have here? We have Plucky Strike, Front Foe, 100 damage, and then Stone Throw, which will be throw a stone at a rear foe, so we could throw it at either of the back 2 line. Damaging for 50% power and inflicting a stun. The stun does sound good. If we hover over, can we see which one's which? Oh, okay, so if we go to the top, we can see highlighted who is going to go next, which character is which. So front line goes first, and then we have the center one. So I might try the stone throw and go for a stun here on the central goblin. We got the stun and did 3 damage. Okay, one of our characters is tied. This happens after using an expensive ability. Tied characters take more damage. Okay, noted. And you can actually see as well that they do go into more of a tied stance here. So I'm glad they've added that in, at least, that it's obvious. Hack here should do 8 damage, so this should be a kill, right? Alright, now the old mage's turn. We can whack, deal 100% damage front foe, or we've got a lightning. Okay, this is any foe. Deal 70% magic damage to a foe and inflict stun. So, that sounds pretty good to me. Should we stun? I guess. Yeah, I guess we stun the front line here. Okay, we did still get hit there. I think we carry on with a hack, and we should probably just finish this one off. Oh, I like the little ghost that popped up. That's really cool. Alright, let's just start doing damage here, I think. We won't stress too much about the other abilities. I think just straight damage. Get the fight over with. Alright, now that we're familiar with the battle mechanics, you're ready to face the challenges that await in the world of Goblinstone. Alright, well, I think that's just a little tutorial there to showcase the combat, basically. We'll jump into the new game demo here.
And so, the story begins.
Okay. So this game has actually, well, the demo's been out for quite some time. I do believe this is the second iteration of the demo, though. I believe people have covered this in the past, maybe 6-8 months ago. So it's been out for a while, in case you weren't aware.
An unfamiliar path.
I like the little party we have here. Okay, so we have 6 characters. Can we check in on any of these? Oh yes, okay, we can open up and see what the characters are. We have a shaman here. So you can actually change or set up different classes with these goblins. Hunter, a bandit, a mystic, which I guess is different to the shaman. We have a raider, and a guard. So there you have it. That's literally 6 different classes you can have. And we can see their weapons here and their abilities as well. So looks like they have effects here too, which is interesting. Guard bonus, gain an additional 3 armor per 3 points in body. So we've got stats here, body, mind, and spirit. So because this is going to be for every 3 points in body, so 6 for instance, so that's 2, we get +3 in armor twice, so we should have +6 armor if I calculated that out right. Which I'm guessing obviously we must have had then to start with 5 armor. Okay, so yeah, we've got our weapons here. We've got abilities which are things like armor up, intercept the first or second foe's next attack, gain armor. We have salvage, so we can spend all gained armor and heal 3 times that amount. That sounds really good, honestly. That's very good. Stun the foe and deal 100% armor damage. Okay, so obviously, like, the guard is sort of the tank. Oh, and there's a genetic trait. Because how this works based off, like, it being a roguelike is we will have new generations of goblins come into the world. So we can breed 2 different goblins to get better traits and things like that. Interesting. Okay, cool. Let's carry on. I also believe there is like a little bit of almost a base or like a village that we can set up.
This statue tenders a strange gift.
+5 max life. Who do we want to give max life to? It really depends on... You're 42. Who is actually good that we would want to keep? 15 damage or power, I should say. I mean, honestly, our guard here is probably worth giving just additional life to.
Imbued with fell magic.
Oh, there is a corruption chance of 25%. Okay. And he's empowered.
But is it enough?
Oh, so there is... So apparently you can do this as many times as you want. Can I remove here? Keep going? No, I do not want to go. Leave the shrine? Yes. We have risked it twice, so we got +10 health, I believe. Wait, jump? Oh, okay, so we can choose pathing here as well. Oh, I see, there is a little map there. We've come across another loot bag, which is gold coins. 25 gold coins, we'll take that.
A respectable haul.
Looked like we also had something already in our inventory. Weapon orb, max life plus 20%. Add to weapon with free slot. And then we have some healing balm as well. Okay. We do have the map here. Here we go. So this is South Paddle's Golden Hollows we're traveling through. We've opted down this path here. Progress 12%. Okay. More loot. Large adventure stuffs. Gold bag. Retain 300 gold after the adventure. That sounds pretty good to me. Tiny blue gem. Treasure can safely be sold for gold. Okay. And another weapon orb. This is damage versus small plus 30%. So hopefully it's obvious what is classed as a small enemy. Okay, we'll take all of that as well. I think there might be a limit potentially on the inventory space. I'm not too sure. Actually, let's go back into this. Oh, it does have a scroll bar. 1, 2... Okay, yeah, there is a limit here. But that still looks like a fair amount. We'll find out once we go through the adventures, though, whether or not it's actually a decent amount or not. But I do like the fact that all the characters seem a little bit different.
Cold stone.
They all have their own names. +2 power. So, power would be good for maybe you. Wait, you've got 23 power, but you're extremely squishy. Actually, even this one's pretty good. It's got low armor, so a bit of a glass cannon, I guess. 20, 15... 22. Empowered. 24. You can do that again. 26. Okay, I think we leave after 2. Don't want to risk it too much. Though, in saying that, can we go... I'm wondering if we can choose multiple characters. No. So I think once you place one character in, you can't swap them out by the look of it. We've got some junk and gold coins. We'll take all of that.
Fine baubles.
Okay, this looks like our first enemy here. Some sort of crab spider. Like a sand desert spider. Let's try out the battle here. Oh, okay. So we have
Occasional snack for a hungry goblin.
a greater rat.
However, the roles are reversed.
And this is a beast as well as a small. So it does say on the info card to the right hand side here. We have a rock spider A, rock spider C, and a rock spider D. Or B, I should say. Okay. And they have 8 power. This one has 10. Okay. Oh, it looks like they might have resistances down below. I've just seen that. A little hard to tell what they are. I'm guessing you've got your general elements. Standard stuff. Fire, earth, water. I'm guessing so anyway. It's a little hard to see on here, but... Frozen. Oh, here. I can scroll over it. So there's bleed, sorry. 10% chance to resist bleed, stun, knockback, slow, poison, frozen, and sundered. Okay. So, no, it's not your elements. It's actually status effects. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We are using Bean Winner with a power of 13 and a crit of 16. Let's see what we can do here. So we have a bash. 100% damage to the front foe with a 20% chance to stun, which doesn't sound too bad. The front foe here does have a 10% chance to resist stun as well. Now, intercept here. Intercept the first or second foe's next attack. We gain 1 armor. I think we should be okay for now. Let's go with a bash. Right, we have a slash next. Let's see, 100% damage for the front foe with 20% chance to inflict bleed. They have a 10% chance to resist bleed. We also have this next one here, which is Wakey Wakey. Targets the first or second foe. Attack a foe 2 times, dealing 60% damage for each hit. If target is stunned or frozen, add another hit for 80%. Okay. Ooh, okay, these guys are poisonous by the looks of it. You can see above them what I guess they're all poisonous. Okay, that's not good. We also have first blood here. Inflict bleed on a foe. If it's at the front, deal 40% damage. Okay. And bleed is 100% power as damage over the next 5 turns. I guess we just go with the slash again. We did not get the bleed off, unfortunately. Alright, we've got magic damage to a foe. Targets all foes, deal 30% magic damage to all foes. I think we go with this. Oh, I was kind of hoping it was going to kill the rat. We did resist the poison by the looks of it. This guy here, Hoot Bender, he actually has a 50% chance to resist poison, so that's kind of lucky actually. Though the greater rat went to the back line, which I'm not happy about. Obviously, I think they all go back. They rotate around, essentially. Battle cry. Target all allies. They give everyone +2 power. I don't know if that's necessary. Dirt Face deal 50% damage to a foe and inflict knockback. I think we just go with the bludgeon here. Got a little bit of knockback. Knockback is good because it will slow them down essentially and change the turn order. So I think that could be pretty important in some fights. Okay, we can attack both the first two here with this skill thrust. We also have a long shot ability. So we are using the hunter now, Toad Washer. Alright. Targets the rear foe, deals 70% to the rear foe. I mean, we probably don't really have to worry about that. This one here targets anything. Let's just go with the thrust, I think. Okay, now, Frog Pelter. You can do damage with a 50% chance to slow as well. Okay. And we also have Kindle Spirit, which is heal an ally. And Life Shock, heal a foe or ally for 130% spirit and stun it. Don't know why I would want to use that on an enemy. I'm sure there is a reason for it though.
The first foe is slain.
Nice. One's down. Thankfully we blocked, but we did end up poisoned here. And poisoned on the back line as well. We can see we're tired, we've got bleeding, and we're poisoned. So, Fire Pepper is in rough shape, honestly. So I believe we're back to our first attacker here. So let's just finish off the rat. We'll just get rid of you. I believe we take 1 damage per stack. Okay, so we take 2 damage and then it removes the stack each time that happens. Okay. That's pretty standard with how most poisons work on these sorts of games, so that's fine. Now, let's see. Do we go with... What's Exterminate? Targets front foe for 130% damage. If it dies, this ability costs 1 instead. Ooh. It's just, can we get the kill? Which I don't think we can. We have, I believe, a power of 15. Whether or not we can get a crit, though. Do we try it? Or is this going to do 20? So it says 20 here, right? Let's try it and see what happens. We got a crit. So they ended up only costing us 1 movement then. So that's really good. Final strike. And then if it dies, all allies' abilities cost 1 less. Let's try this, even though we don't need it. We did get the kill there. Oh no, we didn't. It had shield. I believe it had just enough armor, maybe. Okay. Now we finish it off. I didn't notice that.
Weapons sheathed. They trundle off.
Okay, let's see what kind of loot we got from that. Junk and a little bit of gold. So not a lot. Let's carry on with our little journey. Little things like the goblin tripping over in the back just add a lot of character to the game, I feel. It's really good to see. And it looks like in the top left, which I hadn't touched on yet, there is a quest book here. So we hover over that and it tells us what we're doing. Follow the knoll. Is this an orc? We've got a shop here. Okay.
There's much of use here.
Orcish merchant's shop. Healing items. Right, weapon orbs and things. So we could probably sell off some of this stuff. And then let's see, is there anything in particular I feel like is worth... Treasure can be safely sold for gold. Okay, we'll sell that off. I think... Yeah, I think we just sell the treasure items. Materials. Used to build and upgrade the lair harvested from trees. So we have fiber. I don't know if we really need any of that at the moment. Let's just trade and we'll carry on. We get plus 310 gold. I'm sure we'll gather resources a little bit later on. There's a battle guru.
Skills, for they will be tested.
Pick wounds. So these are abilities I guess we can learn for our different classes. Oh, or we can upgrade, sorry. We can upgrade one. Salvage. So we go from a heal of 3 times the amount of armor to a heal of 3.5 times the amount of armor, which honestly sounds like quite a lot. Intercept. So this changes from intercept the front foe's next 2 attacks instead of intercept the first or second foe's next attack. Interesting. This is, of course, the +1 armor here. So, pick wounds here changes from 50% damage to 70% damage to the front foe. And it has bleed. Reset the duration of bleed. Oh, if it has bleed, reset the duration of it. Okay. 50% damage to 70. I might just go damage at the moment. We can choose another ability to upgrade as well. We have Bandit, Mystic, and Hunter. So double shot sounds pretty good as well. Instead of 60%, it's 70% for the 2 random foes. Frostbite here. Freeze any foe. That's 120% magic damage to 150, so that's plus 30%. And then what was Battle Cry? It goes from 2 power to plus 3 power. Let's go with the Mystic. We'll go and increase the Frostbite.
An improvement.
I am surprised how many of these are popping up, actually. I only thought we would get like 1 or 2 at the most. So, Wakey Wakey, which I believe we did use at one point, didn't we? Stunned or frozen, add another hit. And what was Rattle? Stun the front foe and deal 100%. Goes to 125%. Ooh. That's for the guard as well. So we had a Raider ability, we had a Mystic. Let's get Rattle for the guard. We'll improve the card for 3 different classes here. Oh wait, we can jump? Oh, okay, yeah, we can jump down here then. It's quite easy to almost miss that. If you're not paying attention to the map or not checking the map, I guess. I do like how they've managed to give you a couple pathing options, so it's not just completely like a corridor traveling down. So yeah, it's nice to have at least a couple pathing options. We do have Rattle here, which might be the way to go. Let's go and try that. We do have these new enemies, Ghoul, and what is the skull? Flaming Skull. These are large and then small enemies, okay. They seem to be pretty resistant to bleed. Okay, if they're stunned, we do this. So I think Wakey Wakey on this does 3 hits 2 times for 60%, and then the third one for 80, right? There we go. 9, 9, and a 12. That's not bad. That felt like a solid attack there, so let's see. Can we do freeze any foe? That could be good. How does the... Okay, so the Flaming Skull has a freeze resistant. In fact, they're all slightly, well, relatively freeze resistant. I think stunning is probably our best chance. 30% magic damage to all foes. So that's what, like 7 damage roughly, 7 or 8 damage. Or this one here. It's just a straight 100% damage. I have to be aware and pay attention to the fact that they do have shields themselves, which I kind of forget about. Alright, final strike. So that's not going to work for us. I guess we have to go bludgeon then. That gives a knockback. Oh, and we got the critical, so that's fine. I will take a critical any day of the week. Alright, let's try the double shot here. Okay, we do have... I think everyone got a little bit tired and pushed back quite far. Okay, what is this? Sticky Hoodoo. Targets the second and third foes. I mean, positioning doesn't really matter too much, I don't think, at this point. Deal 40% magic to the second and third foes, inflict slow. Okay. Target any allies. We can heal an ally. I don't think we need that just yet. And then Hex, which is going to do magic damage with a 50% chance for slow. That's the way to go. 26 damage is not bad.
Prudence and time
Ooh.
potent medicines.
Ooh, okay. I was not expecting to get hit that hard. What are we going to do then? Okay, 60% blast. This is 100. There's not many options. We'll just hit as hard as we can then. I think as long as they can't hit the back line, which I don't think they're going to. So we can see who they're targeting here. We should be okay then. Right. We're just going to have to go with the bludgeon again, I think. Try and get a knockback. And then I'll go for a stun as well. Right, we definitely need to heal, so we'll use... Oh, is it life shock? That will stun me though. Okay, that's fine. I think we have to here. I'm just gonna have to do it. And Wakey Wakey again on this one should do the job.
A vital blow.
13, 13, 18, and they're all criticals. Really good. Now, I think we might want to just finish off the back line, honestly, if we can.
Excellent strike.
Now, the bludgeon should have a chance for a knockback effect. Or a kill. I didn't realize they were so low.
Move on.
Oh, wait, we can open here. Weapon orbs. Okay, yep, we'll take those. Damage versus beast plus 50%. I don't know if we can actually use those just yet until we get to maybe like a base or our lair. I think then we can start equipping these orbs. Okay, we can harvest some berries. Consume to recover 10% life.
A decent harvest.
Let's carry on then. We could go down. Let me see. Where's the map saying? If we go down, it looks like a smithy. Let's go climb down again. And we've chosen the bottom path each time. Smithy. We do have a smithy.
They will soon need them.
Okay, this is good for us. 10 power there. 11. Iron club. Shield. Oh, right. So that's for guard, raider. Wand is for mystic and shaman. It does show the goblin that actually is using these at the time as well. Let's try. Okay, let's use this one here. If we drag this here, right? It says 109% chance to upgrade. Goes from 11 power to 12 power. Cost to upgrade is free by the looks of it.
Evident craftsmanship.
Ah, and then it goes up each time. Can we change these out then? Okay, we can.
Fine work. forged anew.
So yeah, we can just keep charging these up.
Poor
Or until they fail, I guess. Interesting. I do like that we come across places out in the wild or as we journey along. I'm not sure what's... Let's take this upper path this time. Is this going to be like an elite battle? I think we had a battle regardless of where we went anyway. I do think Rattle is a good attack to start off with here. Getting any sort of stun or anything like that is always good. We'll go Slash. They're pretty resistant to bleed anyway, so I don't think it was important to like try and go for that. Let's try this Astral Flame. This is going to do 14, 7, and 4 apparently. Or less than that. I think that's what it was before other things got calculated. Let's try the knockback. Flaming Skull didn't get knocked back, unfortunately. Let's see. Place a trap on the front foe with a 50% chance to spring when damaged. When sprung, inflict stun and deal 150% damage. That does sound good. I might just go with the thrust though, because I think we can kill that Flaming Skull. Alright, good to see that we did that. And the Hex with the chance to slow is probably not a bad idea either. Decent damage there. Okay, let's see. Right, what do we want to do here? Again, I think we just want to go with the Slash here. Nothing crazy, but it will give us the most raw damage we can do. Because, like I said, I don't think it's worthwhile trying to go for the bleed necessarily on them when they have such a high resistance. In fact, I'm not sure if the fact that it has a 100% chance to resist means it is literally immune to bleeding. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. If 100% means 100%, then they must be completely immune to it. We'll go with the Bludgeon again. They're cheap skills, so we shouldn't get reset too far back. Let's try the Snare Trap out. I'm curious about this. Let's try that out. Oh, actually, we'll go with a Rattle, I think. This can grant an ally haste. Move twice as fast over the next 3 turns? Ooh. Or 3 positions, I guess it is. Not 3 turns. We do have to be wary that turns and positioning here is different. We'll go with the Hex.
A shattering blow.
And we'll just go for the boring standard attack. We do have bleed on these guys, which I didn't pay attention to earlier. But we'll just keep doing the basic attacks here, I think. Everyone's getting bleed, unfortunately.
Crippling strike. With each victory, they advance their cause.
I'm not too sure whether or not the status effects like bleed and poison actually carry over into the other fights. I haven't really been taking note of it.
No treasure.
I assume that each fight you go into, you're fresh. Not to say that that is the case. We got another shop here.
Fine wares.
We can get rid of all of this. That is just the usual treasures. I think we're fine with that. What do you actually have for sale though? Anything I want? 30% speed. I do have one of those already. That's fine. We'll ignore that. Now, let's have a look at the map again here. This is feeling like it's a relatively long journey as well. It says we're at 54%. Let's take the lower path here, I think. Nope. How do I... Come on, climb down. Is there a reason it's not going to let me to go down? There we go. I had to actually click on climb. Oh, we have a wolf here. Okay, new enemy. Cool. Let's see what this enemy's like. We've got 2 wolves. Dire wolves. Okay, and these are classed as beasts. It's a little bit different. We should be able to get things such as bleed and things on these. They don't seem to be highly resistant to anything in particular. And I think Wakey Wakey is always a pretty good attack ability. I was going to say spell. I guess there's spells and abilities. Okay, should we freeze here? We can freeze any foe. There we go. Right, and might as well bludgeon as well, which seems to have gotten rid of the freeze. Beastbane arrow. I think that's just what it's called. If it's a beast... Oh, here we go. If it is a beast, it does 120% damage instead of the 50. Okay, that's exactly what we want to use. 24 damage. And that was the hunter as well. That's the hunter ability. So they seem to be better at beasts. Alright, let's inflict a slow if we can. Yes. I'll go with a bash as well. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I'm really quite terrible at paying attention to some of these things. I'll try and take note of it a little bit more. We'll use the snare trap. Okay, exterminate would do 130%. Unless we get a crit with it. I don't know if that's going to work. We would have to have a crit. They have a power up as well, I just noticed. Their power is increased by 4. Should we try the exterminate? Why not?
Exceptional skill.
Got a crit. It wasn't the crit I thought it was going to be, though. It's okay.
Down.
We get crit there and kill. You are attacking him. Which... Oh, okay. Fire Pepper is incredibly weak. Didn't realize only had like 11 health. There's 11, right? Yeah. That's not good. We can try and knock back and reset their turn. Oh, and the snare trap hit, which is nice.
Galvanizing victory.
Little bit of meat. So when can I actually use this stuff? Is the meat and stuff usable in the actual battles? Let me have a look here. Ah, okay, okay. So if I click here and then okay, so we can do this outside of battle. I understand now. Okay, let's try this and heal up. So yeah, their damage does persist, which I guess I just wasn't really paying too much attention to. We do have a camp here. This is probably going to heal us up anyway. 35% of lost life, or we get plus 70% to speed for all goblins until end of adventure. That sounds really good. Oh wait, is it 20%? It looked like 70%. 20% is still good. I will take the speed. I'll take the movement. I'm sure there's a way for us to change the text sizing. Usually you can on these things, but it is quite small at the moment. Hunter was not bad. I might try and upgrade the meat cleaver because it's not very good. I think slash is what we tend to just keep using.
Evident craftsmanship. Forged anew.
56% chance success.
Craftsmanship.
Okay, not bad. Can we upgrade anything else? Yes, we still have a chance to. Actually, I'll go guard and let's see if we can upgrade the leather shield here. Oh, and failed. Oh, so when you fail, it said weapon quality had reverted. Interesting. Ah, magic damage always ignores armor. Okay, well that's a nice bonus to magic. That makes sense. Does make sense that armor would have no effect on it.
Stuff their packs.
I didn't miss anything there, no. I think we're getting pretty far through this now.
Just beyond the bend, a tiny young knoll is surrounded by a troop of loathsome adventurers, unlike any the goblins have seen before. A towering human in armor taunts the tiny knoll, promising to slay her and level up. He pauses to chuckle softly before disclosing his plans to find her family. and do the same. The helpless young Knoll weeps and begs as she offers them her belongings in a futile attempt to bargain for her life. The armored ruffians roar in laughter at her feeble pleas for mercy. As they begin to swing their blades, they mock and jeer at her, explaining how they will flaunt their new vestments made of the finest Knoll fur. Without warning, the emissary heedlessly intervenes, placing himself in harm's way to protect the small Knoll. Armed with nothing but courage and grit, he confronts his enemies with all his might. The sudden distraction allows the youngling a brief moment to escape.
I do really love how they've managed to turn the story around and give you the perspective of the actual beasts and monsters that you typically come across in adventure games, and showing their side of things where the adventurers are the ones causing harm. It looks like they're having a good old laugh here. And then as a goblin raiding party, we are gonna fight them off.
A most sorrowful scene. Their friend lay motionless in the mud, surrounded by 3 heavily armored figures with weapons still wet with Knollish blood. Quaking with rage, the goblins grit their teeth and clench their fists in fury as they draw their weapons to prepare for reprisal and bloodshed. What manner of creature takes such delight in despair?
Alright, the armored trio. Alright, how are we going to do this? The dwarf here, Doug. His name is Doug. Okay. Wow, he has a lot of health and quite a bit of armor as well. I'm wondering if we should be armoring up. Let's try that strategy. Also really weak to bleed, so this might be a good opportunity for us to inflict some bleed. 20% chance, 70%. I think we just go first blood here. Let's get the bleed damage in, because I believe the bleed will bypass any armor that we have to deal with. So that might be nice to have bleed going over time. We can target a random foe with the magic. We've also got a wizard here, Hamilton. Okay. 30% of magic to all foes, or 150. I think we go 150. Should we do this on... I'm wondering if we should attack Doug. This could do 35 damage potentially. Ooh. I wanna hit the back row. I wanna hit this dwarf. I think we could probably gain power as well. Doing some buffs at the start might be a good idea. But in saying that, we also have a knockback here. What's your knockback resistance? 60, I think? It only pushes back by 1. You're going to attack him. I might go battle cry. think in the long run that's probably the play. We are taking a fair bit of damage though. The snare trap could also be a good one as well. Yeah, let's put the snare trap down. Heal an ally maybe. No, we'll do the damage and get as slow if we can. Our trap failed.
A bold attack.
I don't think we're going to get any sort of knockback, but you never know. Ooh, okay, so they came in with an intercept.
Injuries mount.
We might have to go for a life shock. Or actually, the Kindle Spirit might be the way to go. Let's use that on Toad Washer, just because he's next up, I think. And if we can get maybe a double shot, might be nice. Really didn't do a lot. The snare trap went off. Let's try for a stun if we can. Yes, good. Love to see it. Now, you do still have bleed, which is what I was hoping for. But we don't have the roll we wanted. We can try a re-roll here. Right, this one here is what we wanted. We wanted pick wound, but now that we've got the roll, we also got the wakey wakey, which is pretty good too. If target is stunned or frozen, add another 8. I think we have to go with this. This might be overall the better damage. And flame ball to him as well. Can we get a final strike too, actually? We're gonna have to go bludgeon, aren't we? Yeah, we got hit pretty hard. Thankfully blocked all of that. Could get another stun in, or we could go for the bash. I think we go for the hex as well. Get the kill. Ooh. He ran away. It looked like he had 1 health left. Uh, 50% damage and knockback. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to go with as much damage as... Do we try the reroll? I don't actually recall what other abilities we had here. Let's go with the reroll. Oh, it's final strike, that's right. That's not going to help us. Bludgeon it is.
Exceptional skill.
The thrust might be the way to go here now. Armor is increased by +6%. Protect Hamilton while in defensive stance. You're not stunned. We could try for the bleed, I think. Yeah, I think we try for the bleed here. We did get it. Keep blocking, keep blocking. Ooh, that was pretty rough actually. Geez, what do we do now? We could... I can't salvage here, unfortunately. Let's re-roll. I'll rattle. Get the stun in. Life shock. I'm going to use the life shock, honestly. And we'll use that on... Hang on. Yeah, life shock on Bean Winner. Hopefully you might survive. I'll try Frostbite on Hamilton here. Does have a 60% resist though, but we did get the freeze. And if we can maybe Battle Cry now, while we've got stuns and freeze on them. It's with the thrust or the snare. I might go with the snare trap actually. Because as soon as we use an ability, it looks like they're unfrozen.
Staggering hit.
Okay, our trap didn't trigger, sadly. Might be in a little bit of a predicament now. A couple of these guys are actually getting close to dying. This will get us a kill. Alright, that got a kill as well. We just have to finish off you. And we get the double shot in there. Having only one opponent left, it went both to the same one.
Cowardly lot has experienced their last experience point. As the tide of battle turns against the armored foes, a war band led by the old orc suddenly appears from beyond the tree line, charging forth to aid the goblins. The orcs howl a most terrifying battle cry as they release their arrows and brandish their weapons. The adventurers' bravado abruptly crumbles into cowardice. Even their armor proves ineffective against such an onslaught. Chased by the orcs, they turn and flee in terror further into the woods.
Alright, well, that was the demo. I do know that different iterations of this, you could actually see all the layer and the different options for the base as well. So there is that in potentially the full game. Who knows when this is actually going to be released. Unfortunately, they haven't said exactly when, or it's not listed on Steam as to when it's going to be released. You can, of course, wishlist this if you do want to keep an eye on it. I think it's got some really good potential. It's a nice twist on the story and things, being from the Goblin side. But yeah, that was Goblin Stone. Hope you enjoyed, and if you are interested in this, like I said, wishlist it. I'll leave a link in the description below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.